And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And speaking of Lamar Miller, up over 1,000 yards this season for the Houston Texans, 5 touchdowns as well. And the second time in his 5-year career, he topped the 1,000 mark.
And he did it missing 2 games due to injury, so just think of what the numbers could have been. But looking forward, he is such a versatile player. I would not be surprised if Bill O'Brien adds a little more to his plate in 2017 and throws the ball.
And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Wolford over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And he's got it up and through. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And a play like that with how far he had to go to make that sack shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aldon Smith in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now Osweiler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. To throw his car, surveying the field. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the sticks, sets up a 1st and goal.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. John Simon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Carr throwing on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Andre Holmes, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on your screen, the defensive starters for the Houston Texans. One thing's for sure. Throughout the season, but really in the playoffs, Clowney and Merciless, boy, did they come. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, Osweiler. Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That goes for a gain of 31. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Osweiler. And the ball is knocked out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Fourth down. Here's Osweiler. Going deep this time for Miller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell me,
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Carr now on first down. Roberts got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll get 17 yards there, and that'll be good for a Houston first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. Now he steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many...
Can't find anyone, and down he goes. Osweiler sacked. Aldon Smith in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And how about this, a fake? Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing, Osweiler forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a bit closer. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Carr now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now they're in the hurry-up. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
Brandon, if I told you in preseason that DeAndre Hopkins would have less than 1,000 receiving yards, would you have looked at me funny?
I would have. He's coming off a 1,500-yard season, and he's gotten better each and every year through the first 3.
And they have weapons around him now. Will Fuller can stretch the field. Braxton Miller, when they get him back healthy, he can fly as well. They got Lamar Miller as a running back in free agency. They've got people who can stretch things open and get the ball to DeAndre Hopkins in open field, but he had a connection that wasn't very good with his quarterbacks this season.
And by the way, Charles, touchdown production dropped big time too. 11 last season, 4 this year. Here's Osweiler to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On third down, Osweiler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Osweiler. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.